1. When evaluating a trainee's readiness for the 7D Pupil Driver exam, the instructor should primarily focus on A. Their ability to memorize rules. B. Their capacity to apply regulations in real-world contexts. C. Their capacity to predict exam questions. D. Their ability to complete written assignments. 2. Which method best reflects adult learning principles in preparing drivers for the 7D exam? A. Rote memorization of traffic laws. B. Interactive scenario-based discussions. C. Strict lecturing without feedback. D. Passive video watching. 3. In mentoring a candidate for the 7D exam, a trainer should prioritize A. Correcting mistakes publicly to ensure group accountability. B. Providing personalized feedback aligned with performance. C. Minimizing discussion to save time. D. Encouraging memorization of isolated facts. 4. Curriculum development for the 7D Pupil Driver exam should emphasize A. Step-by-step exposure to concepts with opportunities for practice. B. Solely written test preparation. C. Focusing only on the most common exam questions. D. Avoiding real-world driving examples. 5. Which evaluation method best demonstrates a driver's ability to apply regulatory compliance? A. True or false written quizzes. B. Role-play driving simulations. C. Memorization drills. D. Oral repetition of laws. 6. When a trainee struggles with safety concepts, the instructor should A. Repeat the same lecture multiple times. B. Encourage peer teaching and real-life application. C. Ignore the gap until exam day. D. Substitute the topic with easier material. 7. A critical communication strategy for ensuring understanding during exam preparation is A. Using simple, clear, and direct instructions. B. Overloading trainees with technical jargon. C. Speaking quickly to cover more material. D. Avoiding questions from trainees. 8. Regulatory compliance in the 7D exam emphasizes A. Knowledge of safety laws and consistent application. B. Guessing answers to complete the test quickly. C. Memorization of unrelated facts. D. Focus on personal driving style preferences. 9. Which adult learning strategy fosters long-term retention of safety protocols? A. Practical problem-solving exercises. B. Repetitive memorization of lists. C. Ignoring questions to save class time. D. Limiting practice opportunities. 10. When mentoring a trainee, an instructor best encourages growth by A. Giving constructive, solution-oriented feedback. B. Withholding feedback until after the exam. C. Publicly comparing performance with peers. D. Ignoring minor mistakes. 11. Which evaluation method aligns with principles of fairness and accuracy in driver testing? A. Clear rubrics with observable performance criteria. B. Subjective judgment by the examiner. C. Randomized oral questioning without context. D. Vague pass-fail impressions. 12. An effective way to reduce test anxiety in candidates is A. Mock exams under realistic conditions. Avoiding exam discussions entirely. C. Encouraging last-minute cramming. D. Allowing students to guess answers freely. 13. In curriculum design, the sequence of instruction for 7D exam prep should A. Progress from simple to complex concepts. B. Begin with advanced topics immediately. C. Focus only on exam question banks. Avoid repetition of key safety concepts. 14. Communication that supports adult learners should A. Involve active listening and clarifying questions. B. Be dominated by the trainer's voice. C. Discourage student input. D. Focus only on memorization cues. 15. Which mentoring approach builds confidence in exam candidates? A. Encouraging reflective self-assessment. B. Pointing out every small error publicly. C. Avoiding conversations about progress. D. Giving only negative feedback. 16. Evaluation of trainee progress in road safety should involve A. Real-world driving observations. B. Sole reliance on paper-based exams. C. Ignoring practical demonstrations. D. Randomized questioning. 17. When teaching adults, the most effective instructional materials are A. Scenario-based simulations and case studies. B. Lists of abstract theories without examples. C. Memorization charts only. D. Complicated legal texts without explanation. 18. Which action demonstrates regulatory compliance during exam preparation? A. Teaching accurate interpretations of pupil transport laws. B. Encouraging shortcuts to save time. C. Ignoring less common regulations. D. Focusing only on practice tests. 19. A key principle of adult learning applied to 7D preparation is A. Connecting lessons to real-life driving experiences. B. Minimizing learner input during sessions. C. Delivering long, uninterrupted lectures. D. Using irrelevant examples. 20. The most reliable way to assess communication skills of trainees is A. Role-playing difficult passenger interactions. B. Asking them to write summaries without context. C. Focusing only on their driving speed. D. Limiting them to yes/no questions. 21. When evaluating knowledge of emergency protocols, the best assessment is A. A simulation of an emergency evacuation. E. A multiple-choice test only. C. Oral repetition without context. D. Group memorization activities. 22. A trainer ensuring compliance with curriculum standards should A. Align instruction with official exam requirements. B. Skip less frequently tested topics. C. Focus only on individual preferences. D. Minimize use of structured guidelines. 23. The most effective way to encourage peer mentoring among trainees is A. Structured group problem-solving exercises. E. Competitive grading comparisons. C. Ignoring collaboration opportunities. D. Assigning work only individually. 24. Adult learners in exam preparation benefit most when A. Feedback is timely and specific. B. Errors are ignored until after certification. C. Progress is measured only by final results. D. Trainers avoid using rubrics. 25. Which communication method is most effective for explaining complex regulations? A. Breaking content into clear, digestible segments. B. Reading directly from the rulebook only. C. Using fast-paced lectures. D. Avoiding visual aids. 26. To support long-term retention, trainers should A. Use repetition combined with varied practice contexts. B. Encourage cramming before exams. C. Avoid discussing prior mistakes. D. Focus only on new material each time. 27. A curriculum that enhances exam readiness should include A. Balanced written, oral, and practical assessments. only multiple-choice practice exams. C. Sole focus on memorization of traffic laws. D. Unstructured practice without feedback. 28. Mentoring that builds leadership in candidates involves A. Encouraging responsibility for peer learning. B. Limiting opportunities to practice teaching. C. Ignoring trainee input during sessions. D. Withholding progress updates. 29. A valid evaluation method for teamwork skills in driving scenarios is A. Group driving simulations. B. Memorization drills. C. Individual silent quizzes. D. Random oral questioning. 30. The principle of self-directed learning in adult education is supported by allowing trainees to set goals with trainer guidance. B. Assigning goals without trainee input. C. Discouraging questions from learners. D. Forcing identical learning paths. 31. A trainer can model effective communication by A. Demonstrating respectful tone and clarity. B. Speaking over trainees' questions. C. Using excessive technical jargon. D. Avoiding eye contact. 32. Regulatory compliance in pupil transportation emphasizes A. Safety-first decisions and adherence to policy. B. Flexibility with legal standards. C. Personal interpretation of rules. D. Ignoring lesser-known requirements. 33. Which learning activity best integrates evaluation and mentoring? A. Feedback discussions after simulation exercises. B. Isolated memorization tasks. C. Paper-based tests without feedback. D. Peer grading without trainer input.